2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's an exciting Sunday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. And with us from the sidelines tonight, David Aldridge. It's the Sacramento Kings taking on the Boston Celtics. And it's the Kings to start out. So with Ginobili on the bench, this is Rick Adelman's lineup. We've got West. Paul George is out there with Anthony Davis. Then there's Duncan. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the point. And so it's the Kings getting on the board first. Outside Irving. Wade outside. Just 5 on the clock. Anthony Davis grabs the miss.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And scouts question whether Gilgeous-Alexander could finish through contact. There's your answer.
Irving. Here's Garnett. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Shooting one.
Stayed with it, and his effort is rewarded with the second chance bucket.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And that passion that Garnett plays with is really infectious. He's always talking and trying to get himself and his guys going.
Now here's West. Poked loose, and that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Off on the layup.
Just enough resistance to force the miss. Barely. That's one he'll generally make.
And it's put back up and in by Wade.
And that's a heart and hustle play. And Wade is that kind of player, getting the second chance points for his team.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Duncan. Outside, George to the middle. And it's Davis with the jam.
Oh, nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
Here's Robertson. And he banks in the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Here's George. After the made shot from Oscar Robertson. Here's West. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Out and out to a hot start. 4 makes and 5 shots to begin this ball game.
Robertson outside. Almost, but it rolls out.
If he gets that look again, he should take it. You can't let one miss scare you off of a very good shot.
West outside. The 3. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. West has got 8 points.
And that's what you get when you combine the range and just his overall confidence. Mr. Outside.
Now here's Robertson. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. And he gets it back. That shot off. Kings leading now by 5. And George kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Fires from the wing. He can't get that one to fall.
Oh, just incredible. That spin shook him loose from the defender, but he just couldn't gather his balance there to follow through with the shot.
And Abdul-Jabbar gets it to go.
And just look at the grace, the agility, versatility that Jabbar brings to the center position. Can beat you in so many ways.
Here's Duncan, and good work on the boards, and they pick up the second chance points.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there, no box out.
Oh, yeah, you think you got to stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work on the glass. You literally practice that every day.
So the Celtics called timeout. They're first.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, they need to regroup and maybe try and draw something up that can get them a clean look at the basket.
And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. Gilmore passes to Wilkins. Pass to Gilmore. Now, here is Maravich. Defended by West. Clock at 6. Here's Pierce. Nails the 16-footer.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Maravich against West. Over Maravich. And it's West missing.
And the defense was right on him there. Nice contest.
Fires from 18. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
The mid-range jumper is a high percentage shot for him, and when he's got that much room, forget about it.
West outside. Passes it to Ginobili.
And Ginobili is just fearless. He isn't concerned about getting fouled on the way up.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Kings.
So far, they haven't had to force anything. They're swinging the ball around and turning good passing into points.
And on top of that, they've been asserting themselves offensively, getting a good chunk of their points from inside.
Sacramento making a switch here. Petrovic checked in.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Well, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
And the story here, Kevin, early on, is how well they've shot the basketball.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen. And so it's Ginobili bringing it up now for the Kings. 6-point lead. Now the pass to West. He shoots again. And Ginobili with the layup. Ginobili's got 7.
And the touch from Ginobili, so clever and confident on the interior.
Maravich against West. Outside Maravich. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Wilkins. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. And so it's Sacramento in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. We come back right. And we're ready to get back into the action here in Game 1. Let's see what this quarter has in store for us. And looking at what we've seen from Sacramento so far, guys, what do you think?
Just stretching out the floor in that first, they had the defense scrambling.
Their points came almost exclusively from beyond the arc, and as this game continues, that should open up the floor for the rest of their offense.
So with Ginobili on the bench, this is Rick Adelman's lineup. Anthony Davis is out there with Duncan. Then it's Moncrief. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Petrovic in at the small forward position. And then Wade slams it in.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
There's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Pass to Petrovic. Inside.
A tremendous scorer with the ball in his hands. Duncan just too much for the D to handle.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. And the Kings making a change here. George is checked in. Good on the second free throw. Celtics trailed by 7. Pass to Irving. Tipped away. Passes it to Davis. The shot's good on the assist by George. Davis has got his second bucket.
The muscle from Davis, so confident and powerful inside.
No good from Wade. Kings leading now by 9. Down low. Here's Moncrief. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
And Kevin, they've been committing a lot of turnovers here. Taking care of the basketball is the #1 priority right now in that huddle. They've got to tighten it up.
West is checked in for Moncrief. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. And it's Wade with the jam.
And the power of Dwayne Wade on display. Rare for a 2-guard.
And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Robertson. And the wide open shot from Duncan. Can't hit the free throw line jumper. Celtics trailed by 9. Robertson dishes to Wade. Back to Robertson. Garnett trying to break loose. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Gilgeous-Alexander.
And just able to score in so many ways. Robertson puts the defense there in an impossible situation.
And so he hits both.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
Sacramento leading by 7. Out to the wing. And here's West from the arc. Oscar Robertson with the rebound.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, that's a good defender making a play, and he does it without fouling.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks it to West. Duncan in the corner. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. Davis finds West. Sacramento again missing.
And after connecting twice from deep in the first quarter, he hasn't been able to drain another here in the second.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
That's how you play it. Does a good job of getting into the shooter's airspace.
Outside, George. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Duncan, the pass to George. 5 to shoot. Lets it go with a 3. And there's a whistle. And that's going to go on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That's foul number 2 for him. Both teams deciding to change it up. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
Good decision there from SGA. Tough, though, to miss a guy that open.
Celtics trailed by 9. Wade has the open look. Hits the jumper in space. Wade's got 8 points.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebounded by the Celtics.
Fantastic defense, giving full effort.
Here's Irving. Garnett trying to break loose. No good from Irving.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
Robertson against Gilgeous-Alexander. Basket good. Robertson's got 4 points this quarter.
And really one of the best at working kind of that in-between area. He's got that high release point on his jumper, which makes it unblockable.
So the Kings call timeout. They're first.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Yeah, this is a good opportunity to get your group together and make sure everyone is on the same page.
McHale's checked in for the Celtics. Pierce comes in for Irving. And then for Sacramento, Petrovic is checked in for George. And Ginobili subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. .133 left here in the second. Here's Davis. And finished off by Davis.
Well, look, it's no secret that Davis can be a dominant figure on the glass, and he just turns rebounds into points so easily.
Robertson drives in. From the stripe. Tries again. Shot's good by Gilmore. Gilmore's got his first basket of the night.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here's West. Rebounded by the Celtics. Gilmore's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
He hasn't had his best game, but they've gotten enough production elsewhere, so it hasn't really mattered.
Robertson passes to Pierce. Yep, that one goes. And now just a 5-point Sacramento lead.
Yeah, Pierce always been great at just getting into the heart of the defense. Feels real comfortable when he's in attack mode around the rim.
It's tipped, and that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
Moncrief is checked in for the Kings. Here's Davis. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots. Now Wade. 8 points for him. Two on the clock. And Davis sends it back.
It's the length of Davis that makes it so hard to shoot over.
And we've reached halftime in this one.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Round 1 action of the... And guys, for the Kings, they've put themselves in decent shape to grab that all-important Game 1 victory. So far, they've clearly been the better team controlling the flow. By no means is it a runaway, but they've put themselves in a great position. Big fella, what's your take on Sacramento so far?
They've made every possession count by limiting them.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
And we're with you again as our round 1 coverage continues. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Jerry West.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
Abdul-Jabbar is out there with Garnett. Then there's Robertson. Then there's Irving. And it's Wade in at the shooting guard. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half. The 3, West. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got assist number 5 here tonight. Wade feeling it out a bit. Top of the key, Garnett. Over Davis. And Garnett misses.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
That's how you play it. Does a good job of getting into the shooter's airspace.
And George kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's West. And that's rejected by Abdul-Jabbar. Here's Robertson. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Kings. They've led by as many as 11 points. West, that's good.
I mean, that's what I'd call the prototype. When you talk about catching and shooting, West squares those shoulders, elbow in perfect alignment,
money. And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
West outside. Goes up from the top of the key. That one wide left. Celtics trailed by 8. Here's Irving, and Dr. J slams it in.
One of the very best. Wade will get you the rock.
To the paint. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebounded by the Celtics. Robertson's got 5 rebounds tonight. Garnett outside. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Shoots the ball as well as any big. Very versatile out on the floor. Garnett draws a lot of contact here.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Wilkins comes in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Maravich in for Robertson. Kings leading now by 4. West outside. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 6 assists in the game.
Oh, man, he's feeling it this quarter. They should be looking to get him going every trip down the floor.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Maravich. Shot clock at 6. On the wing, Irving. Wilkins finds Garnett over Davis, and Davis sends it back. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to West. Over Garnett. Offensive rebound.
Yeah, the quiet intensity that Duncan brings, just incredible. He's a consistent force whose teammates really look up to.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here. And he's good on the 2nd. Celtics trail by 7. Right side, Maravich. Outside, Pierce. Up top, Maravich. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Just 4 to shoot. Pierce inside the 3-point line. Unable to get that one. Kings leading now by 7. Ginobili outside. The pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Lets it go from 14. The rebound by the Celtics. Gilmore's got his 5th rebound in this one. Shot, high post, and that one's good. Wilkins.
And that's just showing off right there, guys. I mean, he is too good with that crossover.
There's 1:47 left to play in the 3rd. Pierce with the steal. Pass to Wilkins. It's hauled in by Paul George. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Ginobili. George way outside. Again, the miss by the Kings. Celtics trailed by 5 to the inside. And it's Wilkins, that time on the assist by Maravich. Wilkins has got his 2nd basket of the night.
And Maravich is such a great scorer. All eyes are on him, but his eyes are on his teammates. A tremendous dual threat.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. The Celtics making a switch here. McHale's checked in. Petrovic is checked in for Sacramento. Moncrief comes in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. On the wing, George. Defended by McHale. George passes to Petrovic. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
And after really leaning on that 3-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the 2nd. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Pass to Pierce. Now here's McHale. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Pierce from the arc. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Things are firing on all cylinders for them right now. We'll see if they can keep it going.
Moncrief. And he makes good on the layup. And the Kings lead by 4.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Wilkins surveying the defense. The pass to Pierce. Shakes him. And it's good on the layup. Pierce has got 9 points.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game, neither team giving ground. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
NBA playoff round 1. Thanks for joining us as we get back to the action on the court. So with George on the bench, this is Rick Adelman's lineup. We've got Petrovic. Duncan is out there with Davis. Then it's Moncrief. And it's West in at point guard. Wade kicks to Robertson. The Celtics need to get a shot off. No good from Irving. And so it's West with it. He brings it up for Sacramento. They've led by as many as 11 points. And it's out of bounds. And they say last touch by Garnett. Abdul-Jabbar's checked in for Boston. And a change for Sacramento. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in for Moncrief. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. Here's Robertson. Still anybody's game at this point.
And no question, this is when you really have to have trust on the floor with each possession.
Garnett in the post. He's guarded by Davis. 6 on the shot clock. On deep, Robertson. The long distance 3 is buried.
And generally, Robertson's a guy that likes to play free throw line and below, but here's a time where he steps out and launches from beyond.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. During that last break, I heard what Rick Adelman was telling his team. He's happy with how they've been playing. He told them, hey, they had their chance, but this is where we take it from them. This is our game and our series. He's got him pretty fired up, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Kicks to Wade. Pass to Irving to take the lead. Kept alive by Boston. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And you're talking about one of the most decorated superstars in the history of college basketball, but maybe the most impressive feat. He won 3 national championships, and Kareem has a way of affecting winning.
Davis finds West. Back to Davis. Wide open. Petrovic's shot is off.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
The Kings leading. Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Robertson. Again, the miss by the Kings.
And they're up right now, but it hasn't been because of him. He's really struggled on offense.
And the shot is good from Garnett.
The height of Garnett's release makes it so hard to cover and opens up options for him offensively.
Puts up a deep 3. Again, the miss by the Kings.
Locking the arc down. Defense knows it's on them to scare off those shots.
Pass to Irving. And then Irving slams it in.
And you love the quick ups, but then how about that explosiveness on the finish? Irving, man, he just has incredible gifts.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
West with the ball, picked up by Robertson. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to West, and a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Passes to Irving from downtown, buries the long-range jumper. Irving's got 5 points now this quarter.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Timeout called by the Kings.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
I'm sure all of the above is in order, and you can never be too content.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Oscar Robertson.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening, he's taken it.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Paul George is checked in for Petrovic, and it's Ginobili in for West. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And there's the pass to George. Lets it go from deep. No good on that one. Good D by Irving.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
Did a great job closing the gap, making the shooter feel uncomfortable.
The feed to Ginobili. Trying to get open is Davis. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on Dwayne Wade.
And whether he's starting or coming off the bench, Ginobili makes an impact. The type of player any team would love to have.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Boston.
Oh, they've done a lot of damage in transition. Every time they see a chance to push the tempo, they're gone.
And we also got to highlight how lackluster the opposition has been in terms of boxing out. This team is flat out bullying them on the offensive glass.
Robertson kicks to Wade. And Davis sends it back. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Can't tie it up as that one misses. And so it's Wade. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. So far in the 4th quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Here's Ginobili to tie it up. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got assist number 8 here in this one already. Here's Robertson. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in. And Sacramento has possession. He feeds it to Duncan. Abdul-Jabbar with the steal. Garnett outside. Over Davis. The leaner inside. No good from Irving.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
This is why he's out there. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points. That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Boston again missing.
There are nights where the shots just don't fall. Unfortunately, I know how that feels.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Wade. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. It's good!
And what a shot from Gilgeous-Alexander. This guy isn't afraid of the moment. Wow.
Now a timeout called by Boston. They're trailing by 2. 5 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Wade drives in over Ginobili. Oh, he couldn't make that shot go to force overtime. And so it's Sacramento who scraped by with the win. A pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in the series.
You know, Kevin, momentum so critical. And you know they'll want to ride this wave into Game 2.
And that about wraps it up for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference quarterfinals. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in.
Day48 Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Hello and welcome to Sunday night NBA action here on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson. With us tonight, two great basketball minds, Grant Hill and Steve Smith. Also, our reporter, Allie LaForce. We've got the Utah Jazz facing the New York Knicks. So here are the Jazz starting five. Giannis Antetokounmpo is out there with Anthony. Then it's Luka Doncic, and it's Allen in at the two. Leonard passes to Paul. And the three off target.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
And it's blocked. Leonard looking around. Pass to Paul. Over Doncic. Tries again. That one drops for him.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
Now here's Anthony. Allen outside. Back to Doncic. 6 on the shot clock. The Jazz need to get one up in a hurry. Here's Anthony. That one falls. Great setup by Doncic.
Strong defense on that play, but the veteran Carmelo won't allow his focus to be broken.
Here's Paul. Pass to O'Neal. Puts it up from 15. They grab their own miss. It's good on the putback.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
And here's Anthony. Back to Doncic. Allen outside. Doncic with it. Here's Allen. This one for three. O'Neal pulls it in.
The shooter thought he had enough space, but the defender was right on him.
The ability to close out on perimeter shooters is so important in today's game.
Now here's Paul. Pass to Leonard. The shot. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Even late in his career, no one passes it better than Chris Paul.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Utah Jazz. Trailing by 4. Now a timeout called by Utah.
Yeah, hoping to tap into something that'll get them clicking.
Yeah, these guys need to work together as a team, as a unit. Try and carve out some easy buckets.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Pass to Camby. The Knicks pull it in.
Hard to convert against that kind of defensive pressure.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
And Utah has possession. The Knicks making their last shot. Pass to Anthony. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
You can tell Doncic trusts his teammates. He'll get them looks and doesn't insist on doing everything himself.
Here's Paul. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That one on Doncic.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
The first one falls.
Always clever working himself to the line. And Chris Paul tends to convert once he gets there.
And so he hits both.
I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
Doncic finds Anthony. Knocked away. And it's out of bounds. Still Utah's ball. All right, the Jazz making a change here. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Pass to Worthy. Just 5 to shoot. And another miss by Utah.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
And that one's good.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
And Doncic has got the ball here for Utah. 8-point game. Here's Dumars. Releases from 15. Russell with the rebound.
Hard to create space in that mid-range area. He would have been better passing that off.
Kuzi, the pass to O'Neal. Over Anthony. And the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
And they're behind right now because they're failing to play quality defense. It's that simple.
Doncic feeling it out a bit. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
It's often a tough call that can go either way, but I agree with you on that one.
Here's Kuzi. Leonard for 3. Howard grabs the miss.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Here's Worthy. Guarded by Russell. Turnaround Jay. It's rebounded by New York.
Textbook defense on display. That's exactly how you guard against the jump shot.
Moved his feet, timed it perfectly. That's how you get stops. Love it.
Here's Worthy. He's scoreless. Pass to Cooper. Here's Battier. Here's Cooper. And he lobs it up top. Oh, and a nice defensive play to disrupt the lob. Leonard right side. Howard grabs the miss. There's 37 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Worthy. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. And he drops the first. The Jazz making a switch here. Jordan's checked in. And that's good as he hits both shots. 32 seconds left in the first quarter here. Here's Kuzi to the wing, right side. Nifty move. Mullen can't get it to go.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Here's Battier, guarded by Russell. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
Here's Leonard. Russell, great positioning on the putback. Russell's got his second basket on the night.
Challenging the defense at the rim, something he does very well. Excellent tip in.
And so it's the New York Knicks finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. They've done. And time for us to get back into it here in Game 1. All right, guys, what's your take on the Knicks so far?
Well, a big differentiator was their ability to generate offense by pounding the glass.
And you know this, most of the time, offensive rebounds generate high percentage looks.
We've got Chris Paul, and it's Mullen in at the shooting guard. That's the group for New York starting the second. Antetokounmpo outside. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
And I mean, how do you guard Giannis? When he's looking to score, sometimes you just have to foul him.
And that one falls for Antetokounmpo. He's off on the second. The Knicks with the lead. Pass to Baylor. The kick out to Paul. Three-pointer. And Anunoby pulls it down.
The shooter thought he had enough space, but the defender was right on him.
The ability to close out on perimeter shooters is so important in today's game.
And here we go, the Knicks in transition.
2 shots. Foul. 2.
All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for the Knicks?
For me, they're turning defense into offense, creating opportunities by taking the ball away. Great effort.
And I've also really enjoyed watching them hit the boards, specifically the offensive glass and how they've capitalized on that hustle.
The Knicks making a switch here. O'Neal's checked in. Anthony's checked in for Utah.
And how about the handles Luka has? Phenomenal at creating scoring opportunities for himself.
Outside Paul. Over to the wing. Here's Baylor. The kick out to Paul. Clock at 6. Over on Antetokounmpo. And again, the Knicks missing.
He really can't buy a bucket, but his teammates have his back.
And down it goes. 2 points.
And their shots are dropping with more consistency now.
To the paint. Here's Baylor. That shot is off. Ooh, solid defense from Anthony. Doncic against Paul. Pass to Camby. It's rebounded by New York. O'Neal's got 4 rebounds now. And he lobs it up.
Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam, B.A.
Defense disorganized. Defense pays. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Doncic passes to Camby. Now here's Anthony. Allen outside. Sends it home from three-point land. Allen's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Right side, Paul. Pass to O'Neal. And the layup is good. O'Neal's got 4 points in the quarter.
More points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
Allen outside. Three-pointer. The Knicks with the rebound. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Paul for 3. They get it back. Shots blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. New York will have another go for the Jazz.
Timeout.
Howard's checked in for Antetokounmpo. And Mikal Bridges subbed in for Allen. Now a timeout called by New York. And as the coaches draw up their strategies, the players staying hydrated with some Gatorade. That's key to keeping them at their best all the way up to the buzzer.
It really is. And every one of those players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up. Well, that was clearly a foul.
First one falls for him, so he gets them both.
Yeah, they're really cashing in more at the line here in the second quarter.
And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played, Dumars passes to Anthony. Good work defensively by Russell.
That's going up against a defense that knows your tendencies.
Here's Paul. Misses from short range.
He's giving his all, but you can't force yourself back on track.
Here's Bridges. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
And every year, Bridges seems to take another leap. His work ethic and drive to improve is impressive. And they seem to have taken a more heads-on approach this quarter, and it's getting them to the free throw line.
Here's Kuzi. And the shot goes down. Kuzi's gotten his second bucket of the game.
And they keep on figuring out ways to force the rock inside and convert.
Doncic passes to Anthony. Here's Dumars. He's guarded by Paul. Throws it up high, and it's Howard finishing it off.
Look at Dwight Howard on that pick. His shoulders allows him to set a really solid screen to initiate the pick and roll.
Kuzi, the pass to Russell. Not going to go that time. Ooh, solid defense from Anthony. Bridges outside. Inside, stolen by Russell. Paul for three. Doncic grabs the miss.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
Bridges passes to Anthony. Takes a three. The Knicks pull it in.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Mullen, pass to Russell, and stolen by Anthony. Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. Doncic outside. Puts it up from the high post. And no good. And so it's the New York Knicks up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Their key to consistency has been...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And hello again. What a showing for the Knicks. They've put themselves in decent shape to grab that all-important Game 1 victory. So far, they've clearly been the better team controlling the flow. By no means is it a runaway, but they've put themselves in a great position. And taking a look at the Knicks, Shaq, what'd you think?
They've really established themselves on the glass. Being dominant there has been extra possessions, which they've...
And that wraps up the halftime show, third quarter.
Thanks for joining us again for round one of the NBA playoffs. So it's Utah now. Trailing by 8. So the Jazz 5 right now. Anthony is out there with Giannis Antetokounmpo. Then it's Luka Doncic. And it's Allen in at the 2 guard. And it's the Knicks with the ball. They've led by as many as 11. Antetokounmpo with the block.
Yeah, such an imposing defensive force. Giannis with the great timing on the rejection.
So it's the Knicks now. 6-point lead. Here's Leonard. No good on the shot. Leonard's gone 1 of 5 from the field. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Anthony. Over Leonard. Anthony misses. And the Knicks with the possession here to the inside. Here's O'Neal. Giannis with the rebound.
Great anticipation defensively. I love how he turned an easy look into a difficult play.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game. Ugly start to this half, hitting just 20% from the field. Gotta pick it up.
Out to the wing. O'Neal passes to Paul. Shot clock at 5. Leonard for 3. Kept alive. Here's Russell, and he battles for the ball, gets the second chance bucket. Russell's got 6.
Well, they get 1 to drop. A little relief after 4 straight misses to start the half.
Utah calls timeout.
Coach definitely wants to talk about their interior defense, which has not been impressive.
It's a matter of want to. Helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
Here's Worthy. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Leonard. Fast break, New York. And there's the lob.
What can't Leonard do? Keeping his eyes up, pinpoint strike. That's a nice play.
And so it's Antetokounmpo with it. He brings it up for Utah. It's a 10-point game. To the middle. Here's Worthy. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
A strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Paul looking over the floor. Pass to O'Neal. Misses in close. And Utah has possession. Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh, Giannis, just too much.
Defense puts good pressure on Giannis inside, but he just refuses to back off and gets it to go.
Looking to get it going. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback. And the Knicks lead by 8.
His efficiency has been a big factor in helping them capture this lead.
Here's Antetokounmpo. The Knicks with the rebound. Russell's got rebound number 11. O'Neal passes to Leonard. He shoots it. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And he's now got the double-double.
You gotta love how he stuck with the play. Nice work.
Camby, the pass to Cooper. O'Neal pulls it in. O'Neal's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Down low. The shot by Russell, no good. The Jazz on offense. Trailing by 10. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. Jordan's checked in for Utah. So it's Utah now. To the middle. Here's Antetokounmpo. Allen outside. Fires from deep. Hits a three-pointer. Allen's got 6 points.
Woo! He got a clean look, and he makes the defense pay for disrespecting him.
And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
So difficult to stay planted, especially with all the motion around you. Annoying turnover.
.141 left in the third. It's rebounded by Olajuwon.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
Here's Kuzi. Out to the right wing. 6 to shoot. Launches a 3. Utah with the rebound. Here's Dumars. Yet to see a basket. Back to Allen. From the arc. Russell with the rebound. Russell's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight.
You like that he's still attacking, but the results tonight just haven't been there.
Ooh, Howard with a block.
Still an excellent defender. When Dwight Howard is in the area, he's superb at coming up with the block.
Second chance shot. And a nice finish on the layup. Howard's got his second basket.
Hustle points count just like any others. That's a great play.
Pass to Olajuwon. Some solid defense from Jordan.
Great anticipation defensively. I love how he turned an easy look into a difficult play.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Here's Dumars. And an Obi for 3. Off on that one. The third quarter comes to a close. Knicks out in front, up by 5. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And thanks for sticking with us as this round one game continues. We've got Chris Paul, and it's O'Neal in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Here's Paul. It's hauled in by Luka Doncic.
So frustrating when you can't get anything to go down as you're trying to help your team finish the job.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. To the paint. It's intercepted. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Outside Paul. And he's going for the lob. And the lob disrupted. Not to be. Here's Antetokounmpo. The shot is good. Doncic making the play. Doncic has got 3 assists now in this one. Doncic against Paul. Pass to Mullen. To the inside. O'Neal. Ooh, Howard with a block. And it's going to be out of bounds. New York will have another go. Time called here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
Looking now for some consistency. Just too many missed shots.
You know, this is a good time to maybe switch up your strategy a little bit. You can't keep doing what you're doing and expect a different result.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, over the last break I listened to Tom Thibodeau address the team. He loves their effort tonight. He said, quote, "This is how we wanted to come into this, looking to push the action, dictating the tempo. We are where we need to be to even things up." Of course, he's talking about the season series. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate the report, Allie.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
The drive by Paul. Up and over Doncic. And it's Baylor missing. Utah trailing here. Pass to Camby. Now Doncic. Here's Camby. Antetokounmpo, left side. Against contact. Giannis stays strong.
And look at Giannis using his length inside, allowing him to beat the contact and get the finish.
And the Jazz pushing it up now. And they take the lead. And the Jazz lead by 1. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Utah.
Their activity has been at a constant level. Always around the ball, quick hands causing a lot of steals.
Well, another thing to look at is their impressive block numbers. They have not been giving shooters an easy time tonight, knocking away lots of shots.
And the big dunk at the end of the break.
Just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Anthony right side. Pass to Cooper. Here's Camby. Anthony feeling it out a bit. Lets the 3 fly. Nails it from beyond the arc. Anthony's got 5 points in the quarter.
You know that he's always going to find a way to get the ball in tight situations like that and knock it down.
Here's Olajuwon. Anthony grabs the board. Anthony's got his 4th rebound in this one. And he's going for the oop here. Utah, the rebound. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for New York.
Their activity has been at a constant level. Always around the ball, quick hands causing a lot of steals.
And following that, the number of second chance buckets they've tallied has been superb, showing no mercy in hitting the offensive glass.
Now a timeout called by New York.
Let's give Coach credit. He's trying to find a way to squeeze the most out of every possession.
Critical part of the game. You have to be flexible. You have to be able to adjust what you're doing.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
The hoop looked about 4 feet wide for him tonight. I mean, his shooting was so dialed in. It really allowed for him to score the ball just over and over throughout the game.
Allen, he's checked in for Utah. Oh, there's the alley. Throw it down on the lob.
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush. Allen outside. Doncic outside. Pass to Camby. That one falls. Great setup by Doncic. Camby's got his first points of the night.
You know, the instincts of Luka Doncic are second to none. Such a natural playmaker.
Inside. O'Neal misses.
A tremendous defensive effort. Saving a bucket right there.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen. Oh, I don't believe that. He's better than that. Come on.
Now Leonard. Pass to O'Neal. To the middle. Utah with the rebound. Camby's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Doncic outside. That's tipped. Stolen by Russell. Down low. Kuzi. Rebound, Utah.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
Giannis driving in. Oh, he got it! He got it!
Oh, whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
And if you can't force the turnover on that play, then that's not a bad foul.
He gets the first, and that narrows the gap to 1. Paul, he's checked in for New York, and he's unable to get the second one. Leonard against Antetokounmpo. 29 seconds left to play in the fourth. Here's Doncic. O'Neal pulls it in. An excellent opportunity here.
Seizing the lead right now would be huge.
From 12 feet. No good. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
There's 10 seconds left to play in the fourth. And now they decide to foul intentionally. He hits the first one, and that'll put him up 2.
Yeah, hard to think of a player who has more responsibility to his team. Doncic, once again, being called upon to win a game for them.
You have to admire how calm he is under pressure at the free throw line in a key situation.
New York calls timeout. They're trailing by 3. 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Nine seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Here's Baylor, and he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. So the first one drops, and that brings him within 2 here. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Yeah, that's who you want stepping to the line when the game is close.
Utah calls timeout. They're leading by 1. There's 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Here's Allen. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
He drops the first one, and that'll put him up 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
It's all about getting a 3 right here.
And they're looking to tie it up, live to play another period. We'll see what they run right here.
So it's a narrow victory for the Jazz, pulling out the W. And it always takes a lot of pressure off a team when they get the win in Game 1.
It's the most important game of the series. They've shown they know how to beat this team. The formula's in place. Now they just have to stick with it for the next few games.
And that about wraps it up for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference quarterfinals.